What's up, everybody? It's Monkey Farm. Look at that view. Pretty nice. We're back at the base. Going to be working on the mob spawner today. Got some special redstone stuff planned for us. I have to do a little testing first, though, because I want things to work correctly. So this is going to be our control station, I guess we would call it. So we can come down from the base here. Flip a switch. As you remember a couple episodes ago when we were working on this, we have 4 levels. This is the Mobs on Demand spawner. This basically uses water to push the mobs off all of the pads. And so I had a little water leak when I was digging under there, and some water came through, and I had to replace all of this redstone, or not all of it, but a lot of it. So that was kind of annoying. I hope I have everything working correctly. I think the spawner is on right now. I don't think, yeah, I think it's on. So the one thing I want to do, I don't want to use a button, and I know of course I'm gonna overcomplicate things, right? I should have just used pistons and used a lever to turn them on and off, or open and close them, so the water would turn on or off. Basically, you know, either wash the mobs off or not. But that's not how we did it. We have dispensers dispensing the water, and but I want to use a lever because I think I have a lever here. Yeah. So a lever would be able to tell us when it is on or off. A button does not, and since this is really tough to tell, you know, if it's on or off, I want to be able to know if I'm gonna, you know, be spawning mobs or not. So I want to use a lever. And there's a couple little tricks we can do to make a lever act like a button, meaning, let's say the dispensers down there are off, they're not pushing any water. If we flip this up, that will give a full pulse on and off rather than just turn the signal on, the redstone signal. And I'm gonna, maybe I'll just show you over here what I mean. Let's go over here real quick and see what we can do. So I think what these things are called are dual edge triggers, which basically means there's an on and off of a lever, and it will give a pulse on each action, whether it's on or off, you know, whether you're turning it on or off, rather than having it be a solid signal. So what I want to do, there's a couple different designs that I've found that I think might work. One of them is very easy to make. However, I think the pulse might be too quick, and I don't know if it's gonna work. So I may just take the safe route and do the easy one. But basically what I want to do here is take a piston, and I'll have to, I don't remember the guy's name whose video I saw of this, so I will put a link in the description. And then there's another one which a guy named Nice Mark did. I think I've talked about a couple of his things in the past, but so we need redstone up here, and we need another block. So what's going to happen when, wait, no, right there. What's going to happen when we move this powered redstone block? I think I have torches here, yeah. Okay. When we basically flip the switch, this is going to give it a pulse. Let's do this. Yep. So watch the redstone torch down here. So when I do that, it gives a pulse. When I do that, it gives a pulse. So instead of having a solid signal, just gives a pulse, right? So that's a really, really, really easy way to make your lever work like a button. The problem is that I think dispensers, which I don't have one of right now. Maybe I can use a dropper. Alright, I ran down to the skeleton spawner real quick to get a bow. I want a dispenser instead of a dropper. Okay, now we can put a thing in there. Okay, so that worked. That worked. Oh, hang on. Okay, sorry, I got a phone call. But as you can see, what happened is this doesn't always work. Let's see. Okay, so the pulse going back doesn't seem to be, or it seems to be too fast. So it's pulsing. Okay. So I'm gonna have to use the other design, I think, which I will show you once I go sleep and get some daylight up here. Alright, let's try that again. So the other design, this one was actually by Crucial Craft. I don't remember his full name. I'll put a link in the description for that too. So this one is basically the same type of deal, but it's a different design. So let's see. We need a little staircase type of thing here. Alright. That, do I have any repeaters? Okay. Whoops. Get a repeater there. Now this one, you can change the time that the pulse happens. So if I need to, I can add additional repeater here, spread this out a little bit more, and make it make the pulse a little bit longer. So this will be our output right here, and then what we have to do is invert one of these. So invert that, and then will that work, I think? So our input would be right here. Okay, so let's watch that output over there. Okay, for some reason, the way I had this inverted, I guess that signal, it wasn't, this one wasn't changing, so the redstone wasn't hitting it right. So anyway, there we go. So on, pulse, off, pulse, on, pulse, off, pulse. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. Another phone call. So this thing seems to be working. Let's hook it up to a dispenser, though. And let's see if this is able to do the bucket quickly. I should put glass. Do I have glass? Yeah. So I can see it. Alright. Now let's test this out. Okay. Okay, this one is working quickly. So I think this is the winning design. So thumbs up, Crucial. Your design works. The other one works if you're doing it really slowly. So anyway, this one's a little bit bigger, but it does the job. So anyway, let's get over there and build this puppy. Okay, so we're down here now, and we just want our output basically to be over here, because that's going to flip the switch here, we can put, let's see, I guess we'll do our torches there. And we'll connect it, I'll connect that later. And this is easier to do when you have a wall here to build off. Okay, and where are my repeaters? Okay, full delay. We're gonna have to invert this again. Uh-oh, I hope I don't get some water coming in here again. Okay, so let's put this one will be inverted. Connect that here, and then we'll have to let's see, where do I want to put this thing? I want to have the controls up here. I'm going to have to change this anyway. Let's say I want it right here. Let's say I put lever, whoops. Say I just put a lever right here. That would be a nice place for it, right? Just flip the switch. I guess forward would be on and backwards would be off. And we're gonna have to, oh, I'm gonna fall off of this at some point. Okay. Alright, gonna have to make some slabs and stuff. Alright, so I just had to figure out where I wanted to do this. Basically, I'm gonna be wiring down here, and I was gonna try to show you what I did up there. I'll show you in a sec. So just have a redstone on top of that block, torch on the side, and we're just how we wired down here in the previous episode. We're going to wire this. So that's how it's going to work. And we'll wire this whole thing down. That should be working, right? Yep. Okay. And now what we can do is wire this over here. This is kind of the long way to go, but oh wait, I don't need that. I can just wire. Trying to make sure I'm not running out of power. Yep, I think we're good. Alright, so all of that should be hooked up. That is on. So actually we need to turn it off. That's probably going to, oh wait. I think the spawner was already on. The water was already on. So I hear the water flowing now. And it is off. So now if I do that, the water sound should go away. Oh, and you know what? I take that back. So now it's on. There should be no water sound now. Very good. I think that means it worked. And then the lever should be up, which means, oh wait, which means I did it wrong. We can just fix that. Give it a pulse. Okay, so now the lever being up means the spawner water is on, and all the mobs should fall out. I don't know if any spawned, so I don't know if we're going to get any. They probably didn't spawn. I was probably too close. Oh, yeah, we did get a couple. Okay, you know what? I'm sure a few of you guys noticed that I didn't have everything quite hooked up. I've been working around here, just rearranging the little staircase. I've put a little door here down into the redstone area, so we can come down here. Should probably get, oh, torches, okay. So I had forgotten, once again, the redstone here and these torches. But I have it all hooked up now, so it's all working. Alright, let's test this thing out real quick. So I've got the spawner turned off. We already have a bunch of mobs down there. Let's get our F3 menu up. I'm seeing 29, 35. That must be counting some squid. I bet we have some squid over here, as we always do. We have a zombie. Okay. So 20. Well, if I flip the switch on, we should get, I don't know, maybe 20 mobs or so. So let's check it out. Let's get over here so we can see. Get a nice view. Here we go. Creeper, zombie, skeleton, creeper, zombie, bunch more. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. Okay, so the switch is working. The redstone, whatchamacallit, trigger, dual edge trigger is working. So we've got our lever working like a button with the dispensers down there. And that's pretty awesome. So kind of overcomplicated when I could have just used pistons, like I said, and you know, like the original Mobs on Demand spawner, you just use pistons to hold back the water. That was before dispensers, you know, dispensed water buckets. So anyway, this thing is working, so I'm happy with it so far. Next time, what we'll need to do, I'm going to regret this, I bet. Okay, we need to bring the mobs out here and have them come up here where we can start torturing them and doing all sorts of stuff like that. So that is it for now. I think I'm going to call it a day, but I like where this is going, and see you next time.